Hey, what is going on, IK Familia? It is your boy BN, Mr. Kingdom Builder. We are back again, as always, giving you all that quality education / information on the daily. Today, we are going to be doing a full walkthrough on the version 1.6 patch notes. Again, it looks like the update is going to be going for maintenance tomorrow, Thursday, September 16th at 6 UTC. It'll be estimated down for 3 to 6 hours. Keep in mind, this is minimum. / 2 a.m. Eastern Time for 6 UTC, in case anybody wants a different conversion. And it will be down for that amount of time. And then, hopefully, end of day, if not before, it'll be up for us to start playing. Now, let's dive right in. And I also want to give an update that Throne of the Supreme, from recent information that we've been given, does seem to now be a confirmed CrossServer arena style event. Not necessarily an SVS event, even though you can make the argument, if you really want to go hard, that it is somewhat of a CrossServer event, because technically, or a server versus server event, because technically it is. It is just not an SVS in the truest sense of the word for what we are used to seeing. Again, for us veterans or other players that are used to playing in SVS/KVK events, which is usually done most of the time on either another map where you have a number of servers that can have their players teleport there, and then you compete on this new map that you are fighting other lords for, objectives, different zones that may open up, and then you're kind of fighting for like this last World Heart-ish objective building, right? Or the other version that some are used to is where you invade other servers or kingdoms and then you defend from being invaded, right? So there's different ways to go. Personally, I like the former, which is everyone going to a new map, and then players can choose if they want to go and participate or not. This is not that. This is really the CrossServer arena event that they have been teasing us with early on. If you remember, I did a video earlier, months ago, where we talked about kind of the three big rumors that were going around, which one was the Melina's Ambition type event, where the kingdom would have to essentially kind of protect themselves against the invading horde from the environment, and that's kind of what we're getting, or what we have got in Melina's Ambition. Regardless if that is the event or not, it most likely matches up. And then you had the CrossServer event along with CrossServer Arena event along with SVS, right? These are the three things that we were hearing about. This, I think, is just, or not that I think, but this is just that CrossServer Arena event, right? And so, even though it's not SVS, what I was hoping for, I'm sure what others were hoping for, it is still not the biggest letdown, because one, it gives us something to still look forward to, and two, Throne of the Supreme is something that's going to have a lot of value, and I'm going to explain why. So let's briefly talk about the summary. Eligibility. Lords level 11, or first off, it's going to be held once every 50 days after it opens for the first time. Lords level 11 and above from servers which meet the following conditions, this is both, will be eligible to take part. Servers have been open for at least 60 days, which is not that long. There are at least 1,000 active lords on the server, and at least 100 lords that have a total power of 500,000 or more. Now, I'm going to give you a real example here. Let me go into my... Oh gosh, why do I keep scrolling off of that? Okay, so this is server 36. I'm going to show you the lord power here for the number 100 player on the overall boards, who is technically in that bubble position, just so I can show you what the numbers look like. So the number 100 player has 764,343, and I will show you quickly how long the server has been open for, just so you can use this as a soft gauge to know that it's not the end of the world, it's not going to take forever, but a little bit of time. So in server 36, they've been open for 144 days, right? So you can make the argument that maybe up to server 50, maybe 60 at the most, somewhere maybe between there, right? You might have players that are at that bubble position somewhere around maybe 70 to 90 days, right? I would say that's a nice conservative estimate to go off of for when you might have 100 players at 500,000 lord power, which is total power or higher. The one area here that is a little more, I don't know if I say worrisome, but just something to be more aware of, is that you need at least 1,000 active lords on the server And there's a good chance that some of the older servers may not all have 1,000 active lords. So that's something to consider, which also, if they want to compete in this event, may require them to migrate out and obviously go to another server, right, that at least has 1,000 active lords or a healthy amount to where they can participate if they want to. How to enter. You tap the icon. We showed this off in the 1.6 beta features that we were able to give a first glance on, but it's simply going to be in the bottom right corner. And let me scroll off here, and you'll see. So the bottom right corner here where this well is, you'll click on this, and essentially that's where Throne of the Supreme is going to be next to Illusion Battlefield. Okay, now let's get into a quick summary here because there's a lot to read. Essentially, this is just a tournament structure where you are going to have 64 lords from each region, right, and then a total of 512 lords across the 8 servers, because there's 8 servers that are going to compete in this, along with 64 players from each region, right? And again, that basically means 64 lords, right, which is going to be, oh god, what is that? 32 that are going to advance. So eventually you'll have that, you're going to have that 512 right here. Let's do some math real quick, right? So you have 64 times 8, and that gives you 512, right? So you're going to have 64 lords from each server that is going to advance, and then you'll go to the subsequent rounds. 128 will be split into groups of 8 for 7 days, and then you're going to have those advance, and then eventually you're going to have 16 lords that are going to be promoted from that, and that'll go to the end, which is the Grand Regional Final. And then you're going to have, and again, this is the 16 lords promoted from that event from each. That's going to give you the 32 remaining lords will engage in an intense competition for 6 days. At the end, you're going to have the champion, runner-up, second runner-up, and then the crown. Now let's get into rules. The first day round is a rest day. Regional point race is 14 days. Each lord will have 10 chances to challenge other lords per day. This kind of gives you that immediate indication that this is an arena-style event. In this case, it's a cross-server arena-style event. You're going to win and lose points, and then again, based on where you place, you will advance. Right? When the round ends, the 64 lords with the highest scores will be promoted to the inter-regional group match. This is going to last 7 days. Participants are divided into 16 groups of 8 lords each. Lords must engage in 2 matches with each of the 7 lords in their group. Each match is now a best of 3. This is cool. I do like this best of format, which is really new and interesting because it gives you a chance. I guess it depends, right? Keep in mind, we're gonna get to some details later on, but essentially, you have to lock in your formations before the round starts. So even though, yes, it's nice that it's a best of 3, I don't know if this means that it's a best of 3 where all the stats are reset and you're probably going to get more or less the same outcome. At least you're going to have a consistent chance to. And if so, who really knows how the best of 3 format is going to work? Now, let's say you're able to customize, as an example, and you can maybe play a match out and then you can swap out skills, support skills, or even lineups. That might be different. But that might have to be done in more of a real-time format, right? And I don't know if that's going to be something you can do on this because you'd have to be cognizant of that. The person you're challenging may not be online at the time that you are, right? And then vice versa. Now, winning a match earns you 3 points. There's no point penalty for losing. Participants in each group will be ranked based on their score. When the round ends, the top 4 lords in each group, a total of 64 lords, will be promoted to the inter-regional elimination. This lasts 6 days. During this, now you're switching to a best of 5, right? You're going to have participants divided into 4 groups of 16 lords each. Within each group, lords will be paired up in elimination matches. The top 4 lords in each group will be promoted again. Again, going with this now best of 5 format. Then, at the end of this round, the 4 lords from each group, a total of 16 lords, will be promoted to the Grand Regional Final. This lasts 6 days. During the first 4 days, participants will be divided into 2 groups of 16 lords each. Within each group, lords will be paired up in elimination matches. Each match is played as best of 5. Same. The winner's promoted, loser eliminated, and then this is where you'll finally decide your champion, right? So basically, it's just a big cross-server arena event, but still cool. Now, let me talk real quick about the battle mechanics. All matches will take place as automatic battles. Unit settings. Each lord can set a formation containing 3 units. This formation will be used for both attack and defense. Before each round starts, you must set formations for all the matches in the current round, right? That means you have to do it before. To avoid cases where lords forget to set a formation, a default formation will be automatically set at the start of each round. So at least they give you a little safety net. Please refer to in-game instructions for more information. Victory conditions. Defeat all 3 units in the opponent's formation to get a win. If the attacking team does not beat all the units, the defending side, when the battle time is exceeded, the defending side will win. Rewards will be dished out at the end. So, in short, it's a big cross-server arena event, and the nice thing about it that I like, even though, yes, it's not SVS, it is something that's going to allow for us to look at meta comps. We'll be able to look at what meta support skill builds are, what meta elements are people running, what meta immortal compositions are they running as far as are they doing, and then even beyond that, are they changing up anything for later rounds? Are they doing adjustments? Are they pre-scouting opponents and they're trying to build up based on being able to win against the majority? I mean, again, how much is really going to go into this? But I am most interested to really see what those immortal comps are going to be, and then specifically what the support skills are going to be as well, and then also seeing how any adjustments are made. And this could be something that everyone in the community can really benefit from, because you'll be able to also see what you could build towards, right? Even if you're just using it as a beginning game plan. Now let's look at Lucky Guess. Opening time, Lucky Guess will open at the start of the interregional match. You can use Lucky Amulets to make a guess on who will win the match. If you guess correctly, you'll win rewards. You can obtain these through daily sign-ins, Lucky Guess, active missions, and more. So they're pretty much adding in a betting pool, which I think is cool. Maybe I'll start giving odds and winning estimations. Norheim Survival Guide. So I will say before I end, I do like the TOTS event. Yes, it is not SVS, but I do think it has value, and I'm sure there's some unseen value that we'll eventually find out once it is released. Norheim Survival Guide. This is pretty much like the survival guide book that we saw in the patch where they talked about giving information and good beginner introduction resources to players that are just starting out to play the game that you can read on via the in-game. I absolutely love this. I've never seen this in another Kingdom Builder. A big win for every player that decides to play this game, because it just gives you a quick overview to try and get a better understanding without having to go and click on everything and figure it out yourself over time. Battle Pass. We did touch on this in the market. Golden Path. The opening time, the first Golden Pass cycle will start 14 days after a server is opened, and after that, a new cycle will start every 30 days, with each cycle lasting 30 days as well. Tap the market and new Golden Pass. Basically, you tap the market, it's the right icon. You can obtain EXP needed to upgrade the pass from missions or by purchasing it directly. Now, you can upgrade this, so it seems like they're going to give you 3 tiers. Silver Medallion, Gold, and Challengers. Now, the Silver's unlocked automatically. I imagine that's going to be the free-to-play row. Then you're going to have the Gold Medallion or Challengers Medallion to receive even greater rewards. I imagine this could be something from similar seasonal events we see, where you have the free column, you have the column that costs green gems, and then you have the $14 to $19.99 paid column. I imagine this is going to be something similar like that. Regardless, albeit the 2 additional locked columns, it's still free rewards, and it's still free resources that you're getting, which we didn't have before, which is just going to help progress your account. I'm not mad at this. I actually still take this as a win. You can use coins of merit to purchase items in the shop, and again, keep in mind that these do not expire, so you can also use them for future 30-day cycles. Daily Talks. We talked about this, no pun intended, in the 1.6 first glance look, but essentially this is just going to be a content platform within the game that you can click from that pavilion, which you would normally see any kind of hot fixes or like quick notifications that they would give you, and you can be a press officer, as they call it, right? So you can post images as infographics, videos, you can write articles, even though it's short. It's really meant more for like images and videos from what I was able to ascertain. This is going to be for current content creators and any new people that want to put content or informative content out as well, that everyone in the game can access and see, which I think is just a big win, right, to hopefully get some more exposure for us and myself, sure. Okay, new Immortals, Arash, Earth Element. We did talk about him as well in our previous video where we did a pretty detailed breakdown. I'm going to have a link to that as well in the description here and also in the pinned comment. Essentially, he's an Earth Bowman, and again, really good at that. We have, and again, he's epic as well for backline. Then we have Monko Kapak. He's a Holy. This now allows for Holy to finally fill out a full 4 March comp, which is lovely. He is a frontline attack epic immortal. Then we have Yulji Mundok. He is a Water Elite purple. Frontline, which is nice, and could potentially replace Brynhild, depending on how you value him. Optimizations, new languages that are being added. Melina's Ambition, here comes some of the big stuff. Increased rewards for Melina's Ambition. This is a very highly sought after request from the community. Happy to see this coming in. Greatly increase the alliance contribution obtained after successful defense. Significantly increase gem and speed up rewards according to contribution ranking after a successful defense. Reduced number of gnome waves attacking level 6 to level 10 cities and capitals. Rewards for a successful or failed defense are now allocated based on personal contribution. Participation reward. Players who participate in Melina's Ambition but have not gained any personal contribution will obtain a participation reward. For me, this is an overall win, right? Even people in my server did not participate in Melina's Ambition really that much. And so this is nice that they're looking at this and really, again, listening to the community for what they can provide when it comes to feedback, and that they are getting consistent information and replies from them to then make these adjustments. This, to me, a big win. Big shout out to the IK team for making this happen and listening to the community on this. Let's see how it plays out. Battle of Asteria, solo challenge. Searching for corrupted places in the solo challenge no longer consumes AP. Fantastic, thank you. I actually really like this, and I think it's going to be a big win for Battle of Asteria. More rewards. Added artifact material drops by monsters in solo challenge. Again, another big win. You can't be mad at this. Infernal Assault. Reduce the number of installations surrounding the core furnace. This will allow you to destroy the core furnace more quickly. Schedule changed from twice per month to once per month. Now, I don't know how I feel about this. I honestly think I was okay with the twice per month. But even though it's going to once per month, it just allows for you to save up more resources and then potentially use some of those action points on other events. So I don't know if I'm looking at that as a silver lining. Let me know what you guys think, right? Do you still like that it's twice per month, or are you okay with it going once per month because it now allows for you to spread out your action point usage on other events? Illusion Battlefield replays. Oh my god. I'm slightly excited. Let's read. Tap the history button in the upper right corner of the Illusion Battlefield panel, then select the battle and press the play button. You'll be able to watch a replay. Wow, you can watch a full replay of that battle. This is really sick. I'm pretty excited for this. Member list. The replay will show the list of members on both sides, allowing you to keep track of their statuses. You can also quickly move to the target's location through the member list. Statistics. You can view various statistics in the replay, including participating members, score and true power graphs for both sides. Participating members on both sides will be listed in order of their honor. You can view statistics of each member, including their surviving and dead troops, kills, and honor. Score graph. A curve graph will show how the score of both sides changes over time. True power graph. A curve graph will show how the number of surviving troops on both sides changes over time. This is massive. I don't even know if there's replays for AVA events in other Kingdom Builder games, at least for the ones I'm familiar with. So not only is this a big win, but this is really almost going to evolve the state of IB and how much more serious we can all take it. A big win here. Super big win. I am so excited for this. Rally boost details. Boost details are now displayed on the rally details interface. Disband restriction. Players can no longer disband a rally if they are the only player in a rally. Okay. I'm not really mad at that. Mail feedback. You can now give feedback to mail from our development team. Mail from the development team will bear a grace avatar. Tap the heart in the lower right of the mail to like it, or tap the paper plane button to reply with a comment. Oh, cool! You can reply to mail now that they send out via system mails. We showed this off in the beta where we saw a mail and we were able to hit the heart button. That is pretty cool. I actually like this, where it's direct feedback related to a specific mail that covers specific content or topics. Love it. VIP. Point shop. When you reach VIP level 15, oh, I see, so this is VIP 15. The point shop will be unlocked. You will then be able to use your VIP points to redeem a Holy Dragon Egg and other fantastic rewards. At least this is something that everyone can do, which is still a big win, and it's something to look forward to. This actually probably goes back to what I was saying about how VIP was so important. Everyone should just be 100% investing green gems into VIP. Given that it's only $1 million points to get to, which is still a lot, and it's not like it's going to take free to play a month to do that. It's still going to take you a while, but it's nice to see that there's something else to look forward to even though it's not like a standard VIP shop right now, or I shouldn't say standard, where it'd be cool if maybe they added something in where for free-to-play, you could unlock other rewards at maybe VIP 5, VIP 10, maybe they did it in increments of 2 or 3. 3 might be a little more ideal because of the number being 15. Right, at VIP 3, 6, 9, 12, maybe you can unlock some things, but then you unlock a plethora of things at VIP 15. That could be an adjustment going forward, but just the fact that this is there, of course, spenders are going to be able to access it first, and then it's going to come down to free-to-play that have just been playing for a long time. But it's still at least a new addition of rewards, if you want to look at it like that with any level of silver lining. Exclusive privileges. Added new resiliency and accuracy boost. Adjusted the values of the crit and dodge boost. Okay, so it looks like there's going to be some things you get access to, which are nice. Battle reports. They've added visualizations for key statistical data, and we did show this off in the previous 1.6. First glance review, and again, I'll have a link to that as we talked about in the description below, but basically you're getting more detailed stats in the battle reports. It is a big win. Yes, I'm sure there's going to be some things that we will eventually ask for, but it is a night and day difference and a revolution really in game for the battle reports, that how they look or how they are going to look from how they currently look. And I take it as a big win. Even people I've talked to already in my alliance, in our server, players from other servers, really like what they're seeing so far out of the new battle reports. And I think it's a big win, and we appreciate the IK team for listening to the community on this one. Again, it is going in a good direction. So I love to see that. And you can see here a screenshot, which is really nice. You can see the damage each person dealt, the damage that they took. You can see the normal attacks for the skills that they use with skill damage, normal attacks, the percentage of that those normal attacks landed, the average damage they did, the total damage. I mean, again, the amount of time in the battle. You can do this for each immortal. You can even do it for the opposing team as well. Again, I love the stats. Now we're getting to other statistics. The city info building at the center of the territory has been renamed to Kingdom Statue. Tap this building, and one of the buttons that pops up is the boost button. Tap this button to view your territory's boost statistics. So again, I like this, right? Where you can look at kind of what your economy is, and it shows you the amount, right? This is something we've actually been asking for. How much Academy Tech upgrade speed, how much tech upgrade speed are we getting, how much stats from certain other things, right? And you can now see this. Again, a big win, right? This is quality of life. I'm happy for this. This is something that has been widely requested by members of the community, so thank you. Artifacts. When upgrading or developing artifacts, you can now press and hold an artifact to view its attributes. That's nice. Alliance Technology, they did optimize the interface. We did see that. Daily deals. You will no longer obtain a chest when purchasing a daily gift from the Mystery Pearl Shop. Instead, the items will be sent directly to your backpack. Okay, interesting. Updated the login event. With every update, we will be holding a limited time login event. Login daily during the event period to claim valuable rewards. Oh, interesting. I like this. Okay, cool. I love how they do this with every update. This is kind of like just an expanded version of them, or another version of them doing the gift codes, right? They do the weekly gift codes, right? I love how they do this. They just give you free rewards. You can never be mad at that. Big win here. Okay, Illusion Battlefield. Here we go. Optimized matching system. Matching is now based on strength evaluation instead of power. Interesting. Strength evaluation calculates an alliance's overall strength using more rational and comprehensive formulas. Elements that are included in the calculation are members' power, activity level, victory rates, and previous attendance. Optimize the end of battle interface. Okay, cool. So, interesting. I'm wondering if this is going to allow for more, I don't want to say quality, but more comparable matchups that you're going to get in Illusion Battlefield. Right, because this is like the second optimization they've done now. If this works better, I still take this as a big win, right? We'll have to see how it plays out. But for players, and this is directly to you, for those of you who play Illusion Battlefield every round it comes up, what do you think about this change specifically, right? Previously, the last update they made, it went off historical power, and that was in hopes that they weren't going to be able to change, right, or to inflate or manipulate the power rankings for the mashups you would get. Now they're coming out with a more actual complex or just an actual system, right? What do you think about this? Is your hope that you're going to get more even matchups where the power gap between your alliance power or the registered members from your alliance versus another alliance is going to be closer, and that's really what the hope is, right? Let me know in those comments below how you guys are going to take this. Now let's talk about loading screen. Optimize the display of images on the loading screen for new players so as to provide better guidance for new lords. Oh, okay, nice, I like that. Now let's look at balance adjustments, and then, oh wow, we're actually almost done. Himiko. When Demon Ambush rips open the space, the unit with the most troops in the enemy's back row will be pulled into the void. Okay. Which, let's see as an example what it is now, because obviously I don't have Himiko unlocked, so we'll see. So the current skill is the number of targets is more than 2. The enormous rip on the space. A unit with the highest troop number and pulls a high. Oh, I see. Pulls a unit with the highest troop number into the void. Right. So that's from any of the units. Now it's being changed to the unit with the most troops in the back row. So it's not going to apply to the front row anymore. It's only going to be back row. Okay. So I don't know. I don't really know if I view this as necessarily a nerf, so to speak, or if it's just a change. I guess we'll have to see. Let me know what you Himiko users think about this as well. I mean, again, you can make the argument that some Immortals in the back row are more dangerous than front row, and I'm sure vice versa. So I don't really know how I feel about this one way or another, right? It doesn't really come off as a hard or even a pure nerf, and more of just a change. We'll have to kind of wait and see, but let me know what you guys think on this one. Tower of Knowledge skills. Chase. Target conditions crit, and now it's going to magical crit. Okay, so let's see what that is. Right, so again, we'll kind of show you the full skill before and after and kind of give you an overview. So let's go Tower of Knowledge, we'll go to Chase, and Chase is, I think, the twirly one here. So every crit has a chance of causing extra magical damage to all enemies. Okay, so it's magical damage to all enemies. Now it's crit to magical crit. Oh, I see. So instead of it critting generally, it'll crit off your magical attack or magical power, if that's correct. At least that's kind of how I'm reading that. If anyone thinks differently, let me know. But I'm going to go off that because it sounds solid to me internally within my head. Okay, trigger type skills. Trigger type skills will no longer be triggered if the Immortal is under the effect of a control skill. Interesting. This actually makes sense. I didn't know that it wasn't like that, and I view this as a good update. Alliance technology. Home turf. Modified to grant a percentage bonus to Immortal's attack when in battle with enemies in your alliance's territory. Okay, let's look at home turf. So let's go alliance. We're going to go tech. Oh gosh, hang on, no. Sorry, home turf is here at the end. Where's home turf? Home turf says damage dealt when fighting in alliance territory is an increase. Okay, now it's going to grant a percentage bonus to Immortal's attack when in battle with enemies. Okay, so it basically is going to go from a flat across the board to now it's just going to be specifically for the Immortal's attack numbers. Okay, so awesome. I mean, I guess, I don't know, maybe it's kind of a nerf. I guess we'll have to see what the percentages look like and then how much it's going to be. If it's still going to be, it looks like increments of 2, 4, and 6, or increments of 2, which probably is going to be up to 20, or if that's going to be different. All right, wow. This obviously was going to be a longer video because there's so much content that's coming out in the 1.6 update. I am still extremely happy for everything that we're getting in this update because this is probably the biggest, if not the second biggest update that we've got so far. And there's a lot of new things that are coming out. Please let me know what you're thinking. Everything that we've covered, we've touched on. Let me know in the comments down below what your feedback is. I still take everything as a big win, despite some things like Throne of the Supreme being a little bit different than at least myself and I know others had anticipated. But it does still fall in line, like we talked about earlier, with what we were seeing on the rumor side months ago, right? And that has not changed, right? It's just my personal depression is probably going to start kicking in. But that's okay. We'll get past it eventually. There's nothing like some pralines and cream at Baskin & Robbins that can't fix. That's it for me. Until next time, I'm going to keep this under 30 minutes. We're out. We'll catch you guys later.